excited हो जाते हैं कि यामी को और इमरान को एक साथ देखने वाले हैं हम. For you, how was it when this idea was actually shared with you कि उनके opposite cast हो रही हैं आप?
पहली बात सबको थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग. और आपके जो ख्यालात हैं जो सब लाइटिंग को लेके यहाँ संतोष सिमन बने हुए थे, वेरी रिफ्रेशिंग. कमिंग टू अ क्वेश्चन, Nitin, there are always some emotions, there are always, some feelings which are very difficult to express, especially for a film. जब ये पहली बार मेरे पास आई, हमने डिस्कस किया सुपर्ण एंड रेशु, they were the first ones. बहुत खास. ऑफ कोर्स मन कर रहा है बहुत कुछ कहने का, पर बहुत कुछ कह भी नहीं सकते. और जब मुझे बताया गया कि इसमें इमरान है साथ में, मुझे आई रियली could not picture anybody else but Emraan. I've always been fan of his acting. I've always been fan of how Emraan has carried himself through and through his career in an industry where it's all about, more PR and then rest of the things we'll see. But to be loved by everyone across all generations, and still whenever people are waiting for him to come back, and I think not come back, but people are always waiting for him to watch his films, his performance, his music and everything. And that's a true blue star in my opinion, right? And when you watch the film, you won't see Emraan anywhere. What he's given to Abbas as an actor, we're always feeding off each other's energy. It's not that we had multiple workshops or multiple readings or anything, but he was so on point. And I'm always a fan of someone who's not just a brilliant actor, but a really good professional artist. There could be two different things, at times. Always on time, always respectful of everybody, and comfortable, secure. What else do you need? It's not about you crack 4 jokes and that's my most favorite co-actor. No, for me, that's not the definition. So sincere for his work, Emraan. And if Emraan's suggesting me something for my part, I would take it very seriously. But yeah, he's right. Maybe I didn't think from that perspective. So thank you, Emraan, for agreeing to be part of this film and giving me a very, very memorable chance and opportunity.
Thank you for those wonderful words. The check is in the mail.
For you, again the same question कि यामी गौतम धर को कास्ट किया गया है आपके opposite and इतना challenging role है जहाँ वो face off हो रहा है.
Yeah. Before I come to her, first of all, good morning. Good afternoon. Sorry for the bit of a delay, but I hope you guys like the trailer. To begin with the film, on face value, this is a film about a fight between a woman and a man in a courtroom. But when you dig deeper, it's about so much more. It's about love, religion, betrayal, personal faith, a woman's fight for her dignity, and certain uncomfortable, unanswered questions that our society is constantly tucking under the carpet. When I read the script for the first time, I realized that the makers have asked very important questions like, what is justice? Who gets to define it? And how does it affect the lives of ordinary people, especially a woman who doesn't have the privilege of being heard? And why are we bringing back a case from 1985, a landmark case, again into public domain on the silver screen? The Bano case at that time rattled the nation. The entire country was divided into 2 halves, one on personal faith and one on constitutional rights. But it's because I think, irrespective of the community you belong to or the generation, these things are still ongoing. These questions are still unanswered. Every generation has its fair share of Ahmed Khans and Shah Banos. People who are caught up in this very complex mix of love, religion, law. And when you strip away the surface noise, like the politics and the religion, all of that, I think what you're left with is such a deeply human emotion story of 2 broken individuals. A man who's fighting for his staunch belief in his faith and a woman who's fighting for a basic right to dignity. And some films are meant to do more than just entertain you. They're meant to challenge you, provoke you, push you to think, instill change, and be in public conversation and resonate in people's minds long beyond its theatrical and OTT run. And that is HAQ. And this really needs your support because it goes way beyond just being a film. So, and coming to this lovely lady, this is mutual admiration society here. I'd heard so much about her before I worked in this film. Basic things like coming on time and knowing your lines is a rarity in our industry. I can tell you this much. Sometimes actors don't even turn up on set. So coming on time is a rarity, and I think we had a fantastic time on set. It was so easy. She is so effortless as a performer. And I said this earlier in an interview. The way she's performed in Banu's character, there's a blend of an entertaining performance, an emotional performance, at the same time, very real and watchable. I think that's what she's done. And I've learned so much from her as an actor. So she's just done such a fine job in this film. Yeah.
Absolutely, and that is what the both of you are known for, you know. वो जो भी स्क्रीन पे होता है वो होता है हाँ ऑर्गेनिक है, वो ना तो ओवर द टॉप होता है ना कुछ और होता है, लगता है हाँ यार ये दो किरदार हैं जो हमसे बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. एक और बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट किरदार है यहाँ पे जो इस